Welcome back to Freelance School. My name is Chris Corman, and in today's video, I'm going to show you my top 5 tools for remote freelancing in 2024. These tools stand out for me after everything I've been through, the different jobs I've worked at, different clients I've worked with, and I recommend these to new freelancers or experienced freelancers if you are looking for a new option within these categories. But no matter what you're doing, if you're a remote freelancer, in my opinion, you want to have these 5 categories covered by some sort of prominent, effective tool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. My first tool that I highly recommend, it took me so long to get used to it and get good at it, was Asana for project management. On the left or the right side here of my screen, you can see I use a calendar view for the most part. That's how myself and my partner, we really outline our tasks, but you can do board views, just like kind of like a Trello style. You can do recently assigned. And I think, honestly, Inbox does a really good job the way you can organize projects. And ultimately, you can do all these things in all the different project management softwares, in my opinion. But Asana does it in what I would say is the most aesthetic experience. And I mean, like the way it looks, the way it feels, it makes you want to come back to it. And that's why I choose Asana. I've used so many, at least 5 major platforms, and they feel like too high friction in the user experience, and Asana flows really well. I can't recommend it enough, and I will add a link in the description so you can go to their like little about page and check them out and get like a free trial subscription. I don't think it'll be an affiliate link at all, so don't worry about that. But if not, just feel free to pull it up on Google yourself. Second, Slack. I use this every single day, and I think it's the best in terms of internal communication that I use right now and that I've used. I've used Microsoft Teams. That works really well, honestly, as well. And then I've also used just like using Gmail back and forth, DMs on all the different platforms. Honestly, they all work really well. Slack, kind of like Asana, has a nice aesthetic experience that I like. Pretty similar to Teams in terms of aesthetics, but there's a couple of additional benefits, I believe, and I have this open right here. I really like the way they organize threads on the left side. There's now communities, which I don't have it. I pulled up a browser tab. My app has the communities open, but you're now able to like join different communities and access them from the left sidebar. So it's kind of like at first I was just having like internal team communication here, but now with one of the communities I'm in, there's the Clay communities. There's like 10,000 people in it. You have access to all those people, and I think the aesthetics of it again really great. And then the searchable, being able to search through all your different threads, which you can pretty much do on any platform. Again, overall, just a great platform. I like it. It's what I use for communication. You may have your own particular choice, but this is the one that I recommend. And for the most part, it's free as long as you're not like the workspace creator. And then if you are, I think it's still pretty cheap. I'd have to look at it again, but I think it's like $13 a month, something like that. And there's more premium pricing for more premium plans, but I like Slack, great for internal communication. Research and brainstorming. This is pretty much what everyone's using right now, not regardless, but I use ChatGPT a lot. And it helps with so much in terms of content creation and planning, troubleshooting different issues you may be having with your actual tasks for clients. For example, myself, I do a lot of email security and deliverability, and it helps me find answers and help articles that will help me solve whatever problem I'm running into, as well as, you know, one point I will say, I use it a ton for workshopping drafting, but you always want to take what it gives you. You can follow it, probably still going to be effective. But in general, I use it more as like a workshopping content creation, because if you come down here, you're going to see like the outline it made for this video, which seems comprehensive, really good. But sometimes this can, I don't know, paralyze you, or you may not be tuned in to the way it's wanting you to, like it outlines the thing. So you could either refine what it gives you when it comes to like content, or I'll take what it gives me and look at it and be like, okay, that's pretty cool, but I don't exactly want to do it just like that. It's a little too much. Then I just go ahead and make my own version, which I literally just wrote down my top 5 tools, and I wrote down 5 bonus tools. And this is the video I'm making. You can do that, but ultimately, ChatGPT, don't always just go with what it gives you. Make sure to review and determine if that's what you really want to do. And I always recommend making it personalized, custom to you anytime you can. So ChatGPT though, amazing. Now it's got like Dolly 3 image generation, which still isn't perfect. So it takes a little bit of time to get right, but it is so good for all kinds of things, and especially like planning and researching like honestly travel trips and like different locations and researching dynamics of different things like KPIs to follow, like link clicks, how many link clicks to to make like a advertising funnel profitable. What's the average cost of link clicks and impressions on specific platforms? When I'm researching to write copy for clients for their advertising campaigns, or developing messaging for their website, all that I'm using that ChatGPT quite a bit, and then taking what it gives me so I can kind of finish the job quicker. And my partner does a lot more like extensive marketing coding, and it helps him with that. Again, doesn't perfect the answer on the first try, but he's always, that gives him a good starting point. So all of you guys out there probably using ChatGPT, but 100% I would argue probably beside I would use put as number two. Asana Project Manager is still my number one in terms of usefulness and needed. And then also Asana's now got like an AI function. If you pay for like the premium plan, it will help you like plan out your projects and predict what should be there. I think that's amazing. Help you. It's integrated with your inbox as well. But yeah, Asana great. Moving on though, you guys probably are doing this. Got amazing channels like Freelance School here, but that's where I come to do tutorials and process, learn different processes. Pretty much anything you can want to learn for free is on YouTube, generally speaking, and down to a pretty refined level. But then when it comes, again, say that very customized answers to things like email security and deliverability you may not find on YouTube. My partner does quite a bit more extensive marketing coding and development for like API communication for advertising funnels. That is, the answers to that are not necessarily like he's been having to make the videos, or not, he doesn't have to, but he's been making the videos for that content on and publishing it to YouTube. So YouTube 100% amazing for, especially if you're starting out and you're just trying to like learn a freelance skill. There's such extensive tutorials and things like Adobe Creative Suite, like Photoshop and Premiere Pro, After Effects, as well as like how to use HubSpot, how to use Klaviyo. It's not necessarily going to get you all the way to the results, but it's going to help you have good tutorials for platforms. And we've got a couple of those on our channel, but 100% that's where to go to get free information. Great free information. It's on YouTube. Next, fifth one, this is a big one too. It's school.com. And I'll pull this up here. Take Corona off. But school.com, amazing. This is our new community that we've got. We got 9 members right now, but slowly growing. And this is the best place, in my opinion, to find professional level audiences and experts to get feedback from. Like, for example, we got Sam Ovens' old community here. I think this has been around for about 5 years, but people are still posting in here, getting after it, and amazing course here that he made quite a bit long time ago. Still aged extremely well, super effective still. But you have all, and I'll get to discovery communities, but you can basically, if you're a graphic designer, you can find graphic designer communities and get help and feedback on growing a business, how to do different specific things. Let's see here. There's quite a few fitness communities now here, and they're relatively cheap. So basically, you get all the best information. You get specific feedback, Q&A, guidance from people that have done it, like community members that have done it. You get like that synergy. It becomes motivating because you feel like a group effect. But there's just so many different great niches on here, and that's where I go if I'm going to ask a question or get feedback on specific something from a live person that's not part of our internal team. I think school.com is amazing, amazing for learning. I can't recommend it enough, and it's free to join. I'll include a link in the description for that, as well. It's free to join school.com as a community and join free communities, but obviously if there's like a paid community, you got to pay. But great, love school.com. And I'm going to go through these really quick, but these are my 5 bonus tools. One is note taking on OneNote. You're seeing this here. I've used Google Docs quite a bit. There's all kinds of different things you can write notes. OneNote, for whatever reason, stuck with me. I like the way they present the sidebar on the right when you're not in full screen for like these sidebar tabs. And I've got like each day I keep track of all of my like daily notes, time tracking, all that, and it's presented in a really clean way. You're able to like edit every aspect of the page, and yeah, just kind of like Asana. There's so many things that do the same thing as Asana, but OneNote for me, it flows in an aesthetic way. It flows with my other tools really well. I like it, and I recommend OneNote for Note. It's free. You can use it offline. Great. Love it. Last one. Or actually, not last one. Canva and Dolly 3. I recommend these for Dolly 3 is part of ChatGPT, so you'll access that here, which is looks like this. Or shoot, sorry. I have to max my screen and get into Dolly 3. But yeah, Dolly 3, image creation, workshopping, and drafting. Actually, I'm going to do this right now just so I don't look like I don't know how to use ChatGPT. Where is Dolly 3? There we go. So, like, what you can do, go to Explore GPTs. That's where they're putting this stuff now. Dolly 3, start chat, and make me a cool image. And what I recommend with Dolly 3, so first off, it doesn't perfectly put text that you recommend in your prompts onto the the page or like the image that it generates for you. It obviously did not generate the image. You didn't generate anything yet. Please do it now. Yeah, like if you asked it to put text on an image, sometimes it won't do that, and then it has like the way it defaults to the styles can be take time to edit, and then let's say you only have like a $20 subscription with ChatGPT. This can be sometimes you can use a ton of prompts, like all your prompts for the 3 hours, just trying to get these images right and stop looking like AI generated default art. So, long story short, with Dolly 3, it's great for workshopping things. You can get things right. My partner's done it. He has another video on our channel where he shows this one right here, how to edit text in Dolly 3 images. And he goes over that. He nailed like a promo for his dad's music group, Bama Breeze, Bama Breeze. And he knows how to do that really well, but it still takes time, takes multiple prompts. So I wouldn't rely on it completely, and I 100% would use Canva if especially if you're new to graphic design, new to making creatives and content and advertising, images, whatnot. I think that hey, there's me, freelancer school. I mean, Canva really great for making quick creative designs, and especially if you're not experienced with Adobe, Photoshop, and Adobe Creative Suite in general. But that is what I put down here. Even though it's more of a skill curve, and you can learn that on YouTube for free, and it just takes time to get good at it. It is still super big, super great. They've got AI merging with it and integrating with it to where you're more able just to give speech prompts to Adobe to correct things, do what you want it to do. But that's still not perfected. But amazing tool, super useful for freelancing in general across like with your marketing, creating content, creating assets for your customers. If you're a graphic designer specifically, if you're in advertising, you want to know that. And even if you have assistants that do that, or you have other referral partners that do that, you still want to understand it and understand how that all flows together. Next, I'll go and knock these out too quick. We got QuickBooks. This is going to be for accounting and paying team and contractors. You can use a million, like so many different platforms. Again, QuickBooks, my partner manages this primarily, but it's super quick, super simple, seamless, and does the job. So if you're new to freelancing, check that out, QuickBooks. And then Workona, this is a newer one that I didn't get till this year, and it was somebody on, it was an SEO manager expert that recommended this, and he did like a really nice tutorial of it, and it took a while to really understand what it does. I think it has more capabilities than even what I really understand or that I've come across. But basically, for me personally, when you're doing a bunch of different projects, different clients, you can easily lose sight of things or like lose track of things. Yes, you can use like what is it called? Bookmarks. I used to use these quite a bit, but for whatever reason, the flow of the experience doesn't lock in all the time for me in bookmarks. I'll forget they're there, forget to go and look at it, and then I'm like searching through my history. Whereas Workona, and this is like a pretty trusted site, you can research it, verify it if you want to have Workona integrating with your system. But for me, for one, it saves a ton of RAM. I was regularly hitting like 90% RAM usage on my computer when I had a ton of browsers and windows open, programs running. Now I don't think I really ever break 70% with like even like Adobe Creative Suite running, which takes up a ton of RAM. But right now I have OBS, I have multiple browser windows, multiple apps open, Slack open, and it's not really, it's just in that 57%, and I stay between 46%. And what is the issue with this? So your computer doesn't crash. It's not running like your fan speed's not running super high to keep up with the processing. So Really useful. I highly recommend it. It's like $9 a month, and it also helps you stay organized here. You can easily, like, the cool thing about this is you just click this like blue button here, and then, like, let's say you're on Google. You then, let's say you're on like the client's website. You could select the space you want to save in, whether it's a client or like an internal resource that you want to save, and then you just match it right there versus having to go to bookmarks. Yes, you can bookmark this tab, and yes, you can save it to like specific bookmarks, but or like folders, whatever, in bookmarks, but in lists. But for me, that doesn't work out right. And the additional like RAM consumption reducer, super useful. I love Workona. Recommend the tool. Try it out. Take a free trial of it. It's amazing. Let me know though what you guys are using for your top free tools, or like top remote freelancing tools in general. What are you guys using? I want to know. Leave them in the comment section below so I can check those out. And let me know what you thought of these tools if you try them out. And stay tuned for the next content video. And have a wonderful evening. Peace.